This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
What a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans. But the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the 2nd half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Back to the ground, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, 49ers nothing.
Touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They fake the give. Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
They'll take their own 37-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Well, they got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Going to take another timeout, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, here's Newton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Newton trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Following the interception, Cousins gets this one to Joshua Perkins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cook on the toss left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On play action, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From Justin Jefferson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, Newton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Vikings 21, 49ers 7.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. 2-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And it's a fumble. Picked off near the 44. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. run with Patterson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Over the middle to Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Here's Patterson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now again, right side. Patterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, it's Patterson, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Out of the gun, Newton.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
49er 1st down.
To the air again, Newton. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Newton throwing again. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's good.
A good pickup there of 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it? Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Here's Madison. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cordero Patterson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Newton. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Newton. And Cooks has it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again is Newton. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a... First down. Instead, it's 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And Cordero Patterson past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's got room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Newton, Samuel bringing in the slant. And all the way up out to the 49.
Complete to
A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Patterson. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Newton on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
49ers.
Newton to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. If they played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Now a give right side. It's Patterson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.